Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kathyrenee here. And for those of you tuning in for the very first time, my name is Kathyrenee and welcome to the show. Alright, for those of you that know me, you guys know that I like to get straight to the point. So you read the title right. I am going to be doing a review for the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. And I'm also going to be doing a tutorial on this look as well. I mean, as you can see, I used red tones, something a little bit out of my element, something that I really don't mess with, but that's okay. That's the whole point of makeup. You get out of your element and you kind of feed your ego a little bit. I don't know. That's just me. And of course, just make it glam, make it work.
Make it work.
But most importantly, own it. Okay, so enough about me rambling on. Enjoy the show. Alright, so we're going to be using the Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star. Alright, and we're going to be going in with these two colors over here, Wow and Suck. And the brush that I'm going to be using is the Morphe E27 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I lightly dusted it off with my finger. And what I'm doing is at the corner of it, or the end of it, wherever, I'm just going to be dragging it above the crease area here. It's okay if it's a little bit messy, you guys, because guess what? We're gonna be blending her out. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I do apologize for that. But yeah, I'm just doing little circles. Nothing special, you guys. And then yeah, I'm just like blending it out, you guys. Like, I don't really have a lot to say. I did the brush back into the palette. I did dust it off. And I'm just repeating the same thing. Windshield wiper motion, just spread everything. Okay, and then once you're done spreading everything, you're going to blend it out. And we're just using these two colors as our transition shade. And also, well, this is, I mean, I'm only speaking for myself here. If you guys want to do it, that's fine. I like to blend the transition colors into a gradient, so that way it can be really pretty and really appreciative as well. I always appreciate a good blend and a really pretty gradient. I just love gradient. I don't know how to explain it, but like gradients inspire me. This camera, I'm not gonna lie to you, is starting to piss me off. I mean, whatever. This is what I have to do, right? I have to test out the freaking cameras if I'm going to be doing this, you know? I did the brush back into the palette. I dusted it off, as you can see. But yeah, like, I've been researching cameras. Now that, I mean, I'm researching now a little bit better. And this camera that I have here is the Canon G7X Mark III. This is for vlogging, and obviously we're not really vlogging. I mean, I'm still going to keep it, don't get me wrong, but I really have to... I feel like I have to invest in the professional filming cameras, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so next color that we are going in with is Licorice right over here. And the brush that I'm going to be using is the Morphe E22 brush. I dipped the brush into the palette. I dusted it off because red is really hard to blend. And take your time with this. And just be really patient with it, okay? It's gonna take you a while. And I'm just telling you this because I just did my right eye and she was a little bit of a pain. I'm trying to do this at a good angle so it doesn't freaking blur out. Okay, we're gonna do like this then. And I really hope that you guys can see because I don't want the camera like blurring out. It's like freaking annoying. And at the same time, it gets freaking dark. Super annoying, you guys. Okay. Alright, so back to normal programming. Alright, so we're just gonna blend, okay guys? Blend it out. What's good is that we would have this transition color. So it's gonna help us blend. Have color underneath there. Yeah, just keep going like back and forth. Windshield wiper motion. Think of this as you're spreading like the color. You're spreading the butter onto the bread. I don't know why I just used that analogy because now I'm just freaking hungry. You know, I never eat before a tutorial. I never do. I should. Like a little snack or something. I don't know. Okay, so now what I'm doing is doing little circles. We're going to be creating that gradient, you guys. I'm super excited. Are you guys excited for the holidays? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little sad. Alright, just so you know, I dipped the brush back into the palette and I dusted it off. And to continue, yeah, I'm just sad. I'm sad because like 2 furry members of my family passed away. One month after the other. And I've been really sad. I have. And I just keep thinking about them every day. And it just sucks, you know, and like, to me it sucks. It really does. And I have no words because I'm just really sad during these times because it's like I'm used to picking out a toy for them. I'm used to picking out like a little outfit. I'm just really sad, you know, and if you guys, you know, picked it up in other videos that I'm different, that's why, because it just freaking sucks. It really does. Alright, so enough of the sad story. Just wanted to share that with you guys. I dipped the brush back into the palette. I did dust it off, and we're just gonna be going over this one more time. Be super patient with this because this is a red, and what did I say about reds? Reds are really hard to blend, but in this case it's not that hard. I'll tell you that. It's not that hard to blend. This red here in particular, it's actually really easy, and the reason why it's easy is because I'm using it a little bit at a time and I have the right tool. And on top of that, I used a transition shade. So the transition shade underneath, it's what helping me and allowing me to create this gradient. And also to create like a seamless blend, if that makes sense. Alright, so we're going to be using this beautiful color right over here called Raspberry. The brush that I'm going to be using is a Morphe M456 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I am not dusting it off. And I'm going to be just packing in this outer corner of the lid over here, okay? Pack it in and then just 2 little circles just to blend her out. Nothing crazy. Just blend her out. If you have to dip back in there again, I encourage you to do that. I dipped back into the palette. I did not dust it off. I'm doing the same thing. Pack in that outer corner of the lid and then just blend it out by doing little circles or any other technique that you guys are comfortable with. Nothing special, just blend, blend, blend. At the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter if it gets on the whole lid or not, it's fine. We're gonna be cutting the crease anyway. Just make sure you blend out like this section right over here, you guys, okay? And keep it fun, have fun. Trust the process, be patient with it, you know? And as you're being patient with it, like with everything coming together, just have a good attitude about it at the same time. I think like normally as a human, we forget that in order to be patient, we gotta have a good attitude. And if you have to raise your eyebrow to get in those little nook and crannies, I encourage you to do so as well. I dipped the brush back into the palette. I'm not dusting it off, and then I'm putting it in the outer corner. However, at the same time, I'm going to be lifting like my brows or raising my brows so that way I can get in there. And I'm going to get freaking wrinkles off of this. But that's okay. That's why we have like Botox, right guys? I definitely want to try Botox. I've never had Botox and I want to try it just to say that I tried it, you know? Ain't nothing wrong with that, right guys? There's nothing wrong with tweaking your body or your face. Alright, next color that we're using is Orange Juice right over here. And the brush that I'm using is a Morphe M522 brush. And since you guys can clearly see what's going on, I went ahead and cut the crease off of the camera. And I dipped the brush into the palette. I'm not dusting it off. I'm taking advantage right now of the concealer that it's wet. I'm going to be packing in where I drew here. I'm going to tell you right now to be super careful with this. And just keep packing it in there, okay? And if you have to raise your eyebrow just to get into like the crease area, do so. Alright, I dipped the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off. I'm doing the same thing. Just keep packing it in there. And just take your time with it. Be super patient. There's no rush. Pack, pack, pack. You want to blend the ends over here, you can, because that is exactly what I'm doing, even though we're going to go back in and blend everything. And then just, I'm going to do half of the lid because that's just what I feel like doing. I don't know, lately, with the creases and all, if I like creases, right? Don't get me wrong, I like I like combining colors and I like creating gradients, so that's my thing. And you guys don't have to do this. This is optional. I mean, having it like this is pretty too. All right, next color that we're going in with is Lemon Drop right over here. And the brush that I'm using is a Morphe M522 brush. Right, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I'm not dusting it off. And then, again, I'm taking advantage of the fact that the concealer is still wet. And I'm just packing her on here. And if you see like a crease where you put the concealer, that's perfectly fine too. Because what's good with the shimmery shade is that it's not really gonna be noticeable. However, if it's with a matte shade, it is going to be noticeable, and I do advise you to blend it out. But that's with the matte shade, obviously, you know, but we're with a shimmery shade, and we can and are allowed to get away with it. Just so you guys know, as I was talking to you guys, I went ahead and dipped the brush back into the palette. I did not dust it off. What I'm doing right now is I'm raising my brow so that way we can get to this cut crease area over here, like where the edge is. Take your time with it. I'm just gently blend. And if you want to keep packing her in there, you can, because that's what I just did. I dipped the brush back into the palette. And then I'm just carefully blending everything out. Okay, so we basically got everything going. That's good. So what I'm going to do right now is off camera, I'm going to go ahead and blend everything. I encourage you guys to do the same. And then I'm going to come back with my liner. And then, yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm back and doing my liner. The liner that I use is the Epic Ink liner from Azeredo Cosmetics. It's freaking phenomenal. It looks a little something like this. I know it's uneven. I mean, whatever. Don't come at me because it's uneven. Here are the lashes that I'm going to use. It is from Lily Lashes in the style Orlando. I really hope that you guys can see like the details of it. It's really pretty. And we're going to put these on, and then I'm going to come back to finish the rest of the eyes. Okay, so I went a little bit ahead of myself. We're going in with these two colors right over here. Right, I dipped the brush into the palette. I did not dust it off. And we're just gonna focus on the under eye over here and just take your time. And at the same time, I was just testing this out. Like, I always test out the makeup look before I film, but I should start doing the bottom before I film, because on the bottom of the right eye, I went ahead and tested out a color that I really didn't like, and I didn't like the way it was looking. So then I went ahead and practiced on the left eye, and I did it off camera. I went ahead of myself, but I like this one more. So I'm not gonna explain what I did on the right eye. I'm not gonna tell you what colors to use, but this is a way better outcome. Just take your time doing so. Just keep blending, you guys. Hope that you guys can see this. Just keep on blending. Okay, I look a little scary, but that's okay. I kind of like it. Alright, I'm using the shade right over here called Good Morning. And the brush that I'm using is the Morphe M431 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the palette. I'm not dusting it off. And I'm just packing it in on this inner corner right over here. And it looks really white in the pan. But when you like blend it, it's really gold. It's beautiful. And you guys know me, I love like gold highlighter. I dipped the brush back into the palette, and what I'm going to do right now is just put it underneath the brow bone right over here. Okay, just blend her out like that. And then a little trick that I do is that with the first blending brush that we first began to use, you can use whatever blending brush that you want. I choose to use this. This is my preference. And then just blend. Because I love gradients, as I've explained that to you guys in the past. And yeah, we're just gonna be blending this. Alright, so this is all I'm gonna do for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mascara, figure out something for my lips, and figure out something for my hair, and then I'm gonna come right back, so stay tuned. Alright, so this is what I did, and this is what you get. Alright, so I'm gonna apologize for my hair because I never know what the heck to do with it. Last night I washed it and then I braided it, and this is like, I'm trying to get like natural waves here. Also, I'm trying to have healthy hair again. But yeah, that is, I guess, my hair story. I don't know. Alright, so what you guys all been waiting for, the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Let's talk about this. Alright, so she's really pretty, she's really soft, and she has like some like embedded here. It looks pretty. I like how it's like candy inspired, and that, like, you know, when you eat candy and like you slurp it all over the place, it gets all like gooey. It looks kind of gooey. It looks cute. I like it. It's like that in the back as well. It has like, I don't know what to call this, but it feels really nice and satisfying. Alright, so this is how it looks like opened. I'm opening it this way because I don't want like the reflection showing, and this is the reflection of the colors. So you see here, you have like your really dark tones, your shimmery tones, you have like pastels, a little bit of everything, and I really like this. I like how I can have a variety of everything. I can do like dark to light or light to dark. However I want to play this, I can definitely do that. Also, of course, just so you guys know, prior to filming this look for you guys, I usually practice it, and I usually use the palette as well. And let me tell you, these colors, what you see in the pan is what you guys are gonna get. And of course, remember, you know, you're gonna blend out everything else, and especially if you want to pack it in there, you're gonna get that color, so on and so forth. But this palette is a very colorful palette. It's a yes for me, definitely, because I can go neutral with it with a pop of color, or I can go colorful like what I just did here. But yeah, I cannot wait to be playing with this more often, creating more looks with this palette for you guys. Oh, something that I did want to mention as well, there was like a little bit of fallout, which I really liked. I've noticed that. But I don't know if it has to do with me or the pans, the way that it's pressed. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. Or maybe I was just lucky today that I didn't have fallout. But yeah, this is the review for this palette. And I didn't get it the day that it came out. I got it like, I want to say like maybe months after, because your girl loves a sale, and if there's a sale, any type of discount, you guys take advantage of it, because I'm a very strong person of discounts and sales. Now we're with this is the end of the tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. So did I. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was really scared because reds, I mean, they're hard to blend. It's a scary color to work with, let me tell you, because it can go your way or it cannot go your way. So luckily it did go my way. Of course, I had the proper tools and I was doing the techniques as well. So always remember to blend. Blending is your best bet, especially if you're doing these kind of things. I don't know, I really like this, and I'm looking down on the mirror right now. I messed up on this eye because, I don't know, I was doing like another color, but I tried to blend it out. And never mind this eye, only admire this one. But yeah, this is the end of the tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me at the end. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I appreciate those that just randomly stop by. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends or your family. I would really appreciate that. Alright, you guys, so this is it. I will see you guys in the next show. Goodbye.